Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening everyone. So today we are going to continue on our second meeting to solve the assignment question on the Microsoft Access. As I mentioned before, we already divided our own question that we need to solve. So today we are going to, you guys are going to tell Aina what table and the solution for each of your question. And Aina will present the screen. Before that, can you guys recheck the data that Aina already key in the Microsoft Access? If yes, then just react. Is it the data for the customer is all right? Next, for the inventory. Aina, can you please change the STD cost to number? Okay. Next for the sales inventory. And the last one for the sales inventory.
Yes.
Since all the data correctly entered, we will move on to the relationship. Okay. Since we already did that earlier, we can proceed with the question A for Elena.
So for the question A, the question is for which items are there at least 100 units in quantity on hand? To answer this question, we must create the query. Then we choose the table, which is the inventory table. Then we select some of the item needed, which is the item ID, the description, and the quantity on hand. For the quantity on hand, type in the criteria needed.
All right. Thank you. And then we can move on to question B.
Good evening, everyone. So for the question B here will be what were the item numbers, price, and quantity of each item sold on invoice number 103. So first of all, we'll create a query. Okay, then for this question, we'll be choosing the sales inventory table, and then for the items here, we will choose all the four elements here. First of all, invoice, followed by item ID, and then the quantity, and the last one is sell price. So for the question here, the requirement is we need to find the invoice number 103. So on the criteria under the invoice column, we will type in 103. And finally, we can click to run. Those are the answers, and thank you.
Okay, for the question C, which customer made purchase from Martinez? Provide customer name and salesperson. Show customer names only once, even if they purchase from Martinez multiple times. So, we take query design as usual, and choose customer and also sales. After that, because the question is the customer names only, but we need another item which is salesperson because we need to specify to Martinez. So we take customer name and salespersons. For the criteria under salesperson, we just put the Martinez, and then we can run the data.
And then we proceed to question D.
Okay, now let's move on to the question D. For question D, list invoice, sale date, salesperson, customer name, and amount for invoices whose amount is more than $1,500. Sort the amount from largest to smallest. So first thing first, we bring out the sales and customer table. Okay, and then we bring down the item of invoice, sales date, salesperson, customer name, and the last one is amount. Okay, under the amount column, for sort, we have to choose descending. And then for criteria, under the amount column also, we have to write greater than symbol and 1,500. Because the question want the amount that more than $1,500. And then we can run it. So we get the answer.
Okay, for question E, put the table inventory and sales inventory. Then we write down item invoice, item ID, description, sell price, list price, and quantity. For the column item ID, sorry, for the column, for the next column, after quantity, we put the formula, value, colon, sum, in bracket, and square bracket, sell price, brackets, bracket again, times, bracket, square bracket, quantity, square bracket, and a bracket again.
Is it like that?
All right, thank you. And then we will move on to the next question.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. So the question asking about compute the profit margin for each item sold, calculate the profit margin, calculate the profit margin. So first for this question, we need to bring down the sales table and sales inventory table and also inventory table. Okay, now we have to bring down the item sale date from sales, item ID from sales inventory, sell price from sales inventory, quantity from sales inventory. Okay, now we have to type profit margin, double dot, sum, double bracket, square bracket, sell price, square bracket, bracket, minus, bracket, square bracket, STD cost, square bracket, square bracket, bracket, and then divide, bracket, square bracket, sell price, square bracket, double bracket. Okay, now we have to select the totals. So the totals under profit margin, we have to change to expression. And then under sort, we have to select descending, also under profit margin. And now we can run.
All right, thank you. And then we will move on to my question G. Compute the profit for each line of the invoices and calculated the profit. So we select the inventory table, sales inventory, and also sales. That's all. And then we bring down the list invoice, sale date from sales, and then item ID from sale price, and quantity. And then to compute the profit margin, we write on the next table Sorry, for profit. Profit, we wrote down profit. Double dot. Sum. Double bracket. Square bracket. Sell price. Square bracket. Bracket. Minus. Bracket. Square bracket. STD cost. Square bracket. Normal bracket. Star. Square bracket. Quantity. Square bracket. And then normal bracket. And then for the profit, we set it to descending. And then also for the invoice, ascending, and also total. Yeah. Expression. I think that's all. We can run. Okay. We move on to the next question. H.
For the question H, how many sales transactions were made in October? Name your output column. Now underscore of underscore sales. First, we take the sales table. And then for the first column, we take invoice. For the second column, we take we fill with num underscore of underscore sales. Double dot. Invoice. And then for the third column, we take sales date. For the third column, the criteria is between hashtag 1/10/2018 2018 hashtag and hashtag 31/10/2018 hashtag. And then totals for invoice, we take group by. The second column we take count, and the third column we take where. Then you can run the. That's all for me.
We will continue the rest of the question for question I. What is the required table that we need to take? And then we pick the state. The next table, we write count of O capital letter, customer C capital letter. We continue after the customer, double dot, state. And then the table, we pick customer, and then the total count. And then for the state, under the criteria, we write AZ, run. For the next question, J, does anyone want to volunteer?
Alia can. Okay, for question J, how many customer live in each state? List the state and count of customer. Sort the list alphabetically by state. So first thing first, bring out the customer table. And then bring down the item of state. And then write the count of customers. Each first alphabet and capital. Count of customers. And then double dot state. Okay, and then click on totals. And under count of customer, choose count. And then run.
Okay, for the K, we need sales table only. And then the question is, how much did each salesperson sell based on sales amount? List salesperson and total amount. Sort from largest total amount to smallest. So, for the first column, we take salesperson. And then for the next column, we need to type amount, double dot, sorry, not amount, total amount, double dot, amount, select totals, and under the total amount, we need to change to sum, and then the sort is descending. After this, we can run.
The last question, does anyone want to volunteer?
Me. Okay. So choose the inventory table. Select the item ID, description, and type in the total sold. Then at the sort area, choose the ascending order for the total sold. Ascending order.
Alina, I think for the field third column, you missed something. I think we need to add double dot and also the quantity.
Okay, thank you, Aina.
And I think we need to select the total. For the total sum, we need to change group by to sum. Okay. And then that's all I think we can run.
I think we already finished all of the question. Thank you for your cooperation, and later on I will update for the report that we need to do to submit along with the video, and also to submit along with the video. If anything, I will update you, but I think that for the report, then later on I will give the Google Docs for you to write the report. I think that's all. Do you guys have any other questions?
No.
If there is no anything else, we will end this meeting. Thank you for your cooperation, and see you guys on the next third meeting for the report. Thank you.